We could also kill it and make sure that we have shore up, but why, if we can steal the stuff and annoy our opponents? Annoying our opponent is definitely the best case. Oh, he wants to give us the card. But you know what? I like my Illuminator. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have a really interesting deck, because even though it's Izzet, the hated Izzet, it is one of the championship decks, and we got the deck list directly from, okay, not directly, but we got it from Julian Wellman's. Of course, like, I'm not really following the tournament scene, to be absolutely honest with you guys, so it doesn't tell me much, but I'm sure it tells more you guys, or at least some of you. So Julian had this deck list in the sea of Raffine deck list. So, you know, if we wanted to cover all the championship deck, it would be like 25 Raffine decks in a row. That's great, that's definitely enjoyable. So we took the one deck that wasn't Raffine, and I found that from all the deck lists, this deck is actually interesting and worth showcasing to you. Why? Why is it interesting? You probably see already. This is the deck that made use of Cemetery Illuminator, card that I have in my mind since months or years even. I don't know when it was printed, but probably over a year ago. And I really wanted to make it work, and this deck does it. So props to this. And also we have Invoke the Winds, card that I also really like to see used somewhere, but it's so hard to use anywhere because of the cost, and it's such a mono blue card. And I think in this particular deck, all of them make sense. And I especially like the synergy between the Jin and the Invoke the Winds, because this is a 3-drop and this is a 4-drop. If they don't kill your Jin, you can actually cast it basically on curve after the Jin. And for 4 mana, this answers Shrouded. Things like this, you can just steal them. And believe me, stealing Shrouded is a big deal. It makes it so awkward for opponent to do anything. Alright, so this is the deck list. From the build you can see that it plays a little bit like mono blue, but it has a much more removal, and it's more of a control-y style, let's say. It doesn't counter as much, but it tries to meddle with your opponent more. So that's why you have Strangle, we have Abrade, we have double Rending Flame, because it kills Shrouded. Surprise, surprise. It also kills Adeline Jin. Every good target seems to have at least 4 toughness in this meta, even like the transformed Graveyard Trespasser, but honestly you probably won't target it because of the ward. Fable is an interesting one. Like, I didn't feel this card super much, but it's so good that it kind of fits everywhere when you have red. The cycling helps, the token helps because of the mana acceleration, so I guess it makes sense. Especially the cycling, like when you cycle 2 lands into, like, you know, counter spell and impulse, like, it just feels so great. So I guess that's why it is here. Of course we have a lot of small spells, so as you can see we have Considers, Impulse, a lot of cycling spells. This is for 2 reasons. Reason 1, Cemetery Illuminator. For anyone who doesn't know what this card does, it basically reveals the top card of your library, and when this enters into battlefield or attacks, you exile 1 card from a graveyard, and the type is important, and if the card from the top of your library shares the type with the exiled cards, you can cast it, basically, once a turn, right? Once each turn. But if you are naming instant, you can play it basically 2 times in a cycle, because it's opponent turn and your turn, right? So sometimes you just want to get rid of the bad card on the top of your library, because this is such a strong card, though, if you can keep it going, that this is one of the engines that will win you the game. If you can protect the creature, and if you can keep oh my god, I can't speak. If you can keep hitting the instance. Yeah, there we go. So that's why we have Considers, because you can just remove the top card. That's why we have Impulse, because you can just, you know, take one of the cards, but the rest gets shuffled or whatever. Like, you get different card on the top. So that is the big reason for this. And yeah, the other reason, of course, Jin, because it benefits from all the instants in the graveyard. The second, like, alternate game plan, when everything else fails, you just cast Lier after your opponent is out of gas, you are out of gas, and this is your last draw for the game, basically. You just smash the Lier, and suddenly every Consider, every impulse is like gold mine for the value. What more, all of those cards benefit from the same type of instance. Lier needs protection, Cemetery Illuminator needs protection. Jhin, while still durable with 4 toughness, it really needs protection because of how deadly this card is. So that's why we have the other part of the deck. Double Shore Up, double Fading Hope. Those cards mean that your creatures will probably survive for a long time, especially if consider you can just, and impulse, you can dig into the Fading Hope and then cast it again and again. So a lot of value in the deck. We also have 3 negates. I personally found them really awkward in best of 1 because like it's very often a dead card, especially in the meta that I have met today in the ladder, which was basically a full aggression every single game. So they looked kinda silly, but I get the point. I get the point. So probably you can switch it for removal if you are like best of 1 against a lot of aggro. In my personal opinion, you know, better player than me designed this deck, but just saying. Alright, and that is the gameplay. Of course, we have removal. All the removals, especially 1 mana like Strangle, really works well with the Lier because you cast Lier, you sometimes have 1-2 extra mana, and this means that you can basically remove 2 creatures from the board. That's probably enough to win the game. And Elder Dragon War, card that is super weird, but at the same time, it definitely won some games today. The 2 damage to everything is basically our only sweeper in this deck. And we only have 1, so very weird deck to play in all honesty. But the fact that you can cycle all the cards with chapter 2 and get the dragon to just, you know, first block because of summoning sickness and then just kill your opponent together with Jhin. You have to notice that we have quite a lot of flying cards. This has flying, this has flying, this has flying, and yeah, that's it. And we actually can use Reflection or Jhin or Illuminator to enhance it a little bit, especially Jhin. When you can double Jhin with haste, that will kill your opponent most of the time. So this is the deck. I think we went through all the interactions that are interesting. Yeah, that's it. For the deck, like, it feels weird. Like, I literally have 50% win rate with this deck on Mythic ladder. I didn't drive it perfectly, definitely. I made some mistakes, but I think it was still relatively decent. And it was really hard, especially against full aggro. One of the reasons is that we played all games except 1 on the draw. Like, that was insane. Since long time I didn't see so many games on the draw, and that has to affect the win rates, right? So we are basically on the draw win rate with 50%, so I guess that's good. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the Cemetery Illuminator in full glory. And if you like the channel, if you like the videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really shows me that you like this kind of decks and you want something that is not raffine midrange. Seriously, it was ridiculous the amount of same decks in the deck list. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe and really appreciate all the support, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's go into the championship mode. Alright, as usual we are going second, which is really bad, because we have also the tap lands. Strangle is basically the... Man, what's on with the mulligans today? Like, it seems that everyone is just getting super bad hands. Alright, so we need to survive this 1 turn, and then it should be fine. Okay, so we are against probably Jim Davis deck, I would expect, which is pretty sweet. So he mills a card. They have Tenacious Underdog, they have Danik, from what I remember. I think 1 card should be okay. I want to have make disappear, that's a big deal. And I don't think the 1 card that he will mill will be, you know, the worst possible. He needs 5 mana to activate the Necro Genius. Is he Genius? Or just Necro? Okay, whatever. Let's counter Taurus and kill the Lodevik. Like, the lands we are drawing are now pretty cool. So we get rid of this one, and now we protect the board. Now our goal is just to go card for card until he has nothing. And we will see, we will see. We are definitely great on our plan to just have every turn a threat that we have to counter because it will kill us. We are definitely doing this part so well. I mean, Impulse cannot hit anything that we want to play main phase. Talia. I do not enjoy seeing this card. Okay. So this is another impulse or just kill Talia? I honestly think I kill Talia. We have to draw something, right? Famous last words. So let's Strangle. We might regret it if he plays like Anointed Peacekeeper or something, but I still think Talia is just more annoying. In some... oh, we have so many lands. I mean, can I draw another Make Disappear, please? I would really like to. That's more lands. I mean, this is pretty good. That's a really good top deck, honestly. We have to kill Raffine or we will lose, not only because of the damage, but mostly because he just can curate his draws and basically have all the good cards in the hand. Somehow, we are doing so many lands that our opponent is out carding us right now. Impulse is a great thing. I don't remember if they run something. Alright, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think we have to play it. It might die, but we have to do it. And we are of course going for the instant. Which instant? Probably Make Disappear because it doesn't benefit from Lier. The rest of the cards do. And that's a really nice one. Yeah, I wish I had a little bit more mana, but I just didn't want to, you know, how do you say it? Risk. Oh, he wants to give us the card. But you know what? I like my Illuminator. Honestly, this is pretty decent, right? It trades versus Airtie. Yeah, I will take it. It's not the best, but it's something. It's a good start. And now we can absolutely protect the Illuminator. Let's go again with the Make Disappear. I think we can take this 3 damage just to get stuff done. Yeah, I know that was cryptic. Basically, I want to make sure that I have open mana to protect the Illuminator, because this will be the card that will win us the game. We need a lot of card advantage. We are actually losing right now. Huh. +1/+1, so it will be 3/4. He will probably discard something that will put a counter here. I can draw into counter spell, but it's really low chance, right? I still will do it. I don't want to draw it. Well, that's a mountain. I mean, this didn't go perfect. By the way, the third Raffine already. That's pretty insane. But the thing is that we can shore up again. And that's a big deal. We can kill it. And I think we will, because every additional creature is really annoying. I don't think he has removal for 1 mana. Or anyway, we have hexproof, right? Alright. How does my card work? Enters or attacks. That's really good. I knew there's more text to it. Alright. Let's keep drawing some cards, because we are absolutely on the defensive here. We need something better. Make Disappear is a decent start. For this reason we don't play a land, because now I'm sure there is a land, right? Okay, there is. Opponent's graveyard, we can also exile something. Like, let's get this one. I don't know what's the difference, it's probably the same. But now, what? How does my card work? Enters the battlefield. Look at the... Once each turn you may cast a spell. Oh, it's not a spell. I see, I see. So that means Fable. Easy. I expected all of this. I'm just not learning deck while I play. Definitely. Which is fun. I already tried this card, but I never tried land, I think. Well, that's something. Raffine is a big deal. I guess we just have to raise them, right? We won't be able to win otherwise. That's of course a really good play into the shorted, but we need more value. Man, he just scooped. Man, the morale in Mythic, like, as if something doesn't go perfect, I already scoop. Man, he wasn't dead. But I take it, I'll take it. Oh my god, it happened. We are on the play with this deck. I'm keeping, I don't know what's going on, I'm keeping whatever happens. Alright, so jokes aside, we are of course playing this one. I know we missed the consider, but 2 mana play is way more important, and especially if he plays something super aggressive. Whoa, so much agents of Phyrexia. Especially if he goes like something super aggressive, we might want to answer it. Probably not this one. And later we can play all of this untapped, so let's see the Talia, because you cannot play this deck without casting Talia on turn 2. The deck broke? Nah, it just must be Talia after the attack phase. Oh my god, the deck broke. It literally broke. Alright, so this is really important. Now we need to be mana efficient. So we get rid of everything that has more attack than 1, because he's absolutely stoked on initiates. We won't be able to counter whatever happens. So I think shore up gives +1/+1. So I think if there's Adeline, like we can make it work. If that's a Brutal Catar, it's not the end of the world, because it's pretty slow. Like they have to have Brutal Catar, right? No! Okay. So this will hurt. Anointed Peacekeeper is really annoying as well, but we can play around it. Brutal Catar would be much worse than this, and maybe even Adeline would be. This is something we actually can just block. If he names Impulse, we have Short Up and Consider, and we can dump a lot of cards, so he cannot really attack. And yeah, I still would name the Impulse. I think that's a mistake. That would cost 3 mana. This already gets discounted, so this is 1 mana originally. It gets discounted to basically -1 colorless and 1 blue, and this adds 2 to the cost. So in all, he just wasted half of his effect, you know? I don't think he considered all of those factors, in all honesty. I mean, let's start with the consider, right? I really want to hit the land, so I'm taking this one. Alright. Alright. This will be hard, but it's definitely doable. And he won't be able to attack next turn. I think we can spare 1 impulse. Just 1. Those are absolute bad cards. We can maybe hit something like Strangle. Strangle would be really good. The problem is, what if we don't hit it? What if we don't hit it? I think we have to take 1 more turn. We are at 17. It will go really fast, but he can deal 4 damage at most, and initiates will still be in the range for the Jin. Talia, of course. Told you. So let's try to hit something that doesn't suck. It seems that it's not possible for us this game. Like, you know, half of our deck is removal. You wouldn't be able to tell, but it is true. Negate doesn't do anything. Invoke kinda sucks. Honestly, land seems to be the best idea here. Invoke the Winds is okay, but... well, I guess if we hit the land we can play it, right? It wouldn't be the best, the worst. Okay, let's risk it. And this unfortunately means that we have to use everything right now. Oh, this was exactly the card I wanted to see. Also, this card would be absolutely perfect this turn, but it will be absolute bad next turn. Oh man, it's not going our way, really. So we can steal the Peacekeeper. That's okay. Elder Dragon War doesn't hit anything except Talia next turn. So I don't think it's really good enough, right? I guess we can cycle cards. Alright, I will take it just for the cycling, probably. And I'm a little scared of those 2 cards. I don't exactly remember what they could be playing that hurts us. Probably nothing, looking from the situation. Why is it more expensive? I know there's Talia, but we have Jin. Okay, casting cost modified. I missed something, but I don't know what. It should be 5. Oh right, it's not an instant. Oh my god. Sloth learning cards as always. Oh my god, he didn't attack. I just realized. Man, I play so bad today, but we won the game, kinda. I probably should have realized it. So right now he has only one creature, and if he couldn't push the damage last turn, he will definitely not be able to push it this turn. I actually didn't think the Elder Dragon War would be so impactful. Right, we definitely need to steal this. It's too powerful to let it leave. That's also a pretty nice card. So definitely no Fable. This is not the worst card, honestly, so let's keep one of them. But Fable has to go. Lier, not the best one. Not the best one. Do we have something for 1 mana? Not really, not really. We could also kill it and make sure that we have shore up. But why, if we can steal the stuff and annoy our opponents? Annoying our opponent is definitely the best case. And we have a lot of power in air, so next turn we'll have a dragon, and we already have 9 damage in the air. We can maybe pump it even to 12. Man, I really nearly missed all the lines of play, but we somehow managed. Wow, that's a hand that happened. Of course, guys, we literally never played with this deck as first. Not a single time. I guess I need to play mono red to get first. That's a mulligan. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Like, we both know that this will be some kind of aggro. He's really high. Oh, okay, so it's black aggro. Is it hello? It's not a mountain, so you will get the art still. Wait, what did happen? Was this hand without lands? Did I seriously miss that there are no lands in my hand? What's going on with Arena? So guys, if you feel like, oh my god, I'm drawing really bad, those are days that do happen. I have no idea what's going on sometimes. Like, the opening hands today like really are weird, and it seems they seem to be god tier on our opponent's side. I mean, we will get there somewhere, someday. The problem is we don't have red. So he can pump it to 2/2 if he plays it this turn. He might expect that we are a mono blue deck, so that means that playing a Wolf Sleeper is really good. What he doesn't know is that theoretically we play mountains in the deck as well. This will be a pain, but it is what it is. So I guess we try to hit the mountain. Okay, that's something. Like, we are partially mono blue, but you know, with different colors, I guess. Man, this commenter is getting out of control. So he can go up to 3/3. So we do not need to do anything this turn. We can just go for the Fable and make sure that it's awkward for him. Best he can do is pump up to 3/3 and then activate Bankbuster and hit my face for 4. That's the maximum damage play he can make. And we ain't scared of that. What I am scared is Shore Dead on this turn, because we have literally no answer, and it will absolutely destroy the Fable. So, guys, just thoughts and prayers for no Shore Dead, because I will absolutely die. Psychomatic. Psych. Man, for this reason, I feel so tempted to just block it, knowing it will die, just to force his mana to be tapped. Please, just activate the thing. Thank you. Okay, no Shore Dead this turn. I've never been happier. Oh, he wants to draw the card. That's really cute. Alright, I think we need the Negate. I think we need it. I think we can cycle one of the Strangles. Yeah, because we use one of them here. I guess Trespasser is a thing. But okay, Liliana. That's interesting. Interesting and painful, as usual Liliana is. Alright. Man, we could kill Liliana, but is it a good deal? Oh man, I have no idea what to do, honestly. If he has Invoke, it means that we need Negate. Jean doesn't really do anything, right? Honestly, this one is a bad card. If I want to kill this and this, I need double Strangle. And Lier, I think, is very crucial to win the game. I think it's... oh man. We are doing it. We are going for the maximum, not sure what, but it will be maximum for sure. And you know what? Now this is our value play. This is our value play. Oh man, that sucks on so many levels. Like nothing goes really well. We can play it, but if he has like Invoke, we are absolutely destroyed, right? And I don't want to keep discarding cards because he has the Bankbuster and we do not. This turn sucked. We cleared the board, but it feels so bad. Our opponent has 7 cards in total. We have 2 good cards, but if he has land into Invoke the Spare, he kills the Fable and he draws 2 cards and he deals 4 damage. That's not great. If we cast Lier, okay, we will see what we draw. We cannot cast Lier right now, but we can cast the Illuminator, have 1 spare mana, possibly or 2, and then instants are a thing, you know? Okay, no Invoke the Spare, that's something. That's something. Okay, and he didn't exile the spell. I mean, I would love to cast it. I won't be blessed by possibility to do it, but I would love to. Okay, let's see the card. Let's see the card. Is this what I think? No, it's just priority from the Bankbuster. Man, such a hard game, honestly. That's a land. You know what, like in this case it's actually not the worst, I guess. We don't want Negate. You always exile counter spells with this one, because the only way you are using the graveyard is casting Lier and using spells from the graveyard. So, of course, spells cannot be countered when Lier is on the board, so you don't get any value from the negates, but the rest of the cards are actually really valuable. Alright, I have no idea how we play it out, but we have like some ways. We could invoke the Bankbuster even. I think it's way too slow, honestly. So it's probably the Trespasser, but we need to pay the ward and we need to play the land. Let's see the next card. The problem is that if Illuminator dies, we have so little plays. He has chosen the Reflection. Oh no, not Invoke, no! Our opponent had absolute gut draw. And he exiled Path of Peril. I mean, I guess we can still steal his cards. Not sure how good this will be. It all depends what the cards are. Okay, and he's really pushing for the maximum damage. So it's either Lier, then he will crew the Bankbuster and attack for a lot. If we steal this, discarding the Lier, that seems pretty bad. So what are those cards? He didn't... I'm not sure if he played the land, honestly. I think he did. So maybe one land and something. What can it be? Maybe another Path of Peril or something. Like if we play Lier and untap, we can win this game. I will do it. Like, we need to stay frisky. If he has Infernal Grasp, we are absolutely... No, stop touching the things. Don't touch it. Shh, shh, don't. You have no allowance to touching my Lier. You can either cast a spell or go away. Wow. Yeah, must be nice. The skill sailing of this game absolutely wrecked me this time. Even 2 skill sailings. Well, that was great, I guess. Alright, we never played on the play with this deck. Legit. Let's keep this hand. I find it super weird that we actually can play 5 games or something on the draw, like in a row, and it's okay. And we are every single time against some insane opening. Let's play like this to enable the Consider. Man, the amount of negates that don't hit anything is astounding. Great, our opponent as always has everything perfect. I didn't play a single game today that didn't look like this. That's it, kinda insane. So, That's everything. Impulse, it's great, but isn't it too slow? Like, we will be so dead after casting Impulse. Yeah, like, that's great card, but we need Strangle. Exactly. Alright, this is actually really good. That is probably the perfect combination of cards for this turn. So we got lucky as well once. Fading Hope, if they play Reckless Stormseeker, that would be probably the perfect target. Okay, that's actually also a perfect target. 3 mana play that you really want to bounce. Yeah, I will take it. It means that the next time he plays it, it gets countered. Like, we are slowly, really slowly getting somewhere with this one. I could also cast Jhin, but I'm not really blocking with it, right? We could also go with the Fable, but it gives us the least. That's actually a really important decision, you know? So if he has Burn Spell, he attacks, we block this one, and he kills the Jhin with the play with fire or whatever, and we are in bad spot. There's a token and Kumano, we are at 11. And next turn we don't have great plays. If we cast Fable this turn, it trades very nicely with, let's say, Squee. If with play with fire, he can kill it still. I mean, I'm not sure what the best play is, honestly. Fable seems a bit slowy. But let's go with Fable. That might be greedy. That might be super greedy, but the reason I'm taking this play is that at some point we'll get additional creature with 2/2, and this can push the tempo, you know, out of the line. And I hope that in those 2 turns, see? If we played with the Jhin, we would absolutely get wrecked. This hurts as well, but at least Jhin will have enough power that Rada cannot really go through. Alright, definitely discarding some stuff. I like Negate, but I think Make Disappear is much more important. We don't want to pain ourselves, so this is the optimum. This is also one of the reasons for Fable, right? We drew pretty bad, honestly, but that's something, So we can make sure that Jhin is here. He cannot activate the passive or the active. Yeah, that's kinda the active if you activate it. Alright, that was an amazing joke that I found really funny for some reason. Alright, so I really hope he goes for Squee, because then we basically have free turn, and you know, if we can switch Fable into the, you know, the Kiki Jiki thing, like, we can just copy our Jhin, and that's a big deal. Greedy. Punished. He was thinking, what is the chance he has a Make Disappear right now? Well, 100% in this situation, but we are drawing like crap. In all honesty, that's really bad. I mean, Lier is strong, so we will definitely play Lier. He cannot replay the Squee. And I think we have enough blockers to just keep attacking, right? We need to kill him. Let's go. Please, be Disciple. I guess the other choice would be to not attack with Jhin and just go full defensive mode, but I just don't think with 12 he can kill me. Alright, that's not great for him. Phoenix Chic. Okay, this is the only threatening card, actually. Yeah, with next turn we should be winning, so I think we close this one out with Lier. So even though it wasn't the perfect draw, it was strong enough. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good block. I forgot about this one. So we are taking 3 damage. That's a good call from our opponent's side. Like, he needs to push as much damage as possible right now, because he will be dead very quickly. Alright, so what is the slowest card? First, let's start with the Impulse. Like, Impulse is extremely important. Shore Up? Okay. Our opponent made it easier. You need to remember that every card you cast from this makes Jhin a bit weaker. I actually forgot about it, but I saw the number change, so that reminded me. Alright, and I think 3rd or 4th time in a row we are on the draw. That's fine, that's great. It really hurts with the Strangle because it's basically turning into kind of 3 mana play, nearly, because our opponent can have so many runs before we do it. No pain lands. We'll take this turn off and just say go. Make disappear is a huge deal because that prevents regimes. Oh. So he decided to play like this. I mean, I will answer. I hope you have another one. That was the most greedy play you can make. He basically gambled. I think he has 2 of them. If he doesn't, that was a huge mistake that he played so greedy. Really, bro? Like, you never play it into your opponent 2 mana if you cannot like replace it. I'm sure he has another, right? Right? It's not possible you just threw it under the bus. Like, against 1 mana maybe, but against 2 mana and he's seen the red? Like, what the hell were you thinking, bro? Like, how was it supposed to work even? Alright, he needs another creature and we need to make sure that there's not another creature. So I think we go with the Make Disappear. Kinda hurts that we cannot double cast it, because he has a lot of cheap creatures. Wow, the disrespect. He did it that he hopes that we will tap out. Man, I feel offended by this play, personally. Well, that's exactly what I meant. Like, this is exactly the spot we cannot do anything about it. I actually maybe should make disappear. Oh, I think that was the play. Not only it would deal 2 damage, but he wouldn't be able to protect it. But he doesn't have blue, you know? Okay, I missed not having blue. So now I just want something that kills it. And I think I have to tap out completely just to hit it. Or we go alternate and just go for the Jin. This is the last turn when we can kill Virtuoso. We have so much removal, we have to hit something. We have to hit something. Like, we will cycle 8 cards for 1 single removal. I don't know what this is. Are you serious? Alright, so we just lost the game, right? We gambled. I didn't play a land this turn, so okay. I guess I will play a land this turn. Oh, never mind. I played... Oh my god, like everything is falling apart. He's playing bad, but we are so unlucky that we cannot punish him. He tapped the blue mana. He wasted first Virtuoso. But, at the same time, he was on the play, and we whiffed. So, and that was enough to win the game. Because the fact that we were on the draw means that he always had enough mana to pay for Make Disappear. Vigilance, dice, return, transformed. I'm not reading this. It does not matter super much. All I care is about making sure that he taps the blue mana. And then I hope we can make it work. But yeah, we gambled. And we had really high chance of success, but we still whiffed. I guess there is 1 chance if we can invoke the winds, I guess, multiple times. He has blue mana, he has 3 cards. I don't believe there's nothing. I think the play is this. I think this is the play, so we will try to tap him out. And if we can tap him out, like completely, then maybe he doesn't have blue mana for protecting. Oh, that was Make Disappear? It seems to be. That's interesting. I didn't expect Make Disappear. Man, is this really a deck? Like, this feels very weird combination. Alright, so what this do? Flying. I mean, cool. Enjoy your flying. But for this reason, we will Make Disappear. I don't want to counter it. I just want to force him into paying. I fear he might say no. But it's fine. Next turn we can Invoke the Winds and just steal the Virtuoso and try to kill him, basically. We can take this hit, I hope. Yeah, we can counter whatever he plays. But, oh, never mind. Even if it's get countered, he still gets the trigger, right? Yeah. I allow him first, because there is a chance he doesn't use the thing. So we can counter everything, but it still doesn't matter. Man, that game, like, everything went wrong. And we couldn't block with the Jin because we lose anyway then.